Hey everybody, you know me, Paul with Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning. I did this house, this was one of the jobs I did with my Rotary 175 a couple days ago, and it was saturated with urine and stains, and oh my gosh, this is amazing coming back. They had a pet treatment, so the flea guy came out, which is weird because there was no fleas, or I wouldn't have done the job, but so he walked all over it, him and somebody else with a tiny foot. So I may decide to re-rake it. But it stunk so bad they were going to replace that carpet in that room. And the CLO2 odor death that I get from the end cap store just neutralized all the urine. And right here, they had a big gate that kept the dog in. It was just saturated with stains and soda spills and spots where the furniture was. I wish I could have filmed it, but I had forgotten my tripod that day. And it's a solid white carpet, so it appears a little crazy with the lighting coming through. Let me see if I can get to the backside and show you. It is actually really beautiful. And I must have saved them at easily $800 or $900 to change these two rooms of carpet. Maybe $1,200 depending on what they used. There was a stain here that was orange. It might have been a urine stain that came back up. I'll put a little bit of proxy on that when I leave, just to see if it'll lighten up. But anyway, I did something really stupid here. She texted me. It's a property management company. And in the text, she said, "Oh, don't forget there's a closet in the master bedroom." And, of course, what did I do? I forgot the closet. So, which is cool, though. It gives me an opportunity to come back out. I was just down the road at another house this morning working, so I'm going to just pull out the Auric Orbiter. And since it's just a closet, I'm going to spray it with, well, I've already tried, put some proxy on it, and see if I can lighten the pee stains. I've already done that before you actually see it, so when I first got here. And then I'm going to see if that lightens it up, but they got some pretty bad ones in the closet. Apparently, they kept the dog in the master closet, which is actually awful. It's such an awful thing to do. Anyway, there's the Auric, and you can see that big gate right there. They slid that across and kept it in the room, which is stupid. You put the gate up and leave the dog on the wood floor. It'd be so much easier to clean, right, guys and girls? My thoughts, anyway. So here, I've already got some spray down on it. Also, since it's just a closet, I vacuumed it out. There's a couple weird spots, but here's where the pee is. It was really, really dark. The peroxide's starting to loosen them up, and I also sprayed it with. Instead of mixing up a 3-gallon sprayer, I'm just going to use the 409 foam carpet cleaner and upholstery cleaner that I use on upholstery. You may have seen me use that before. I'll use the green brush. And I'll tell you, if you guys that are carpet cleaners or girls that are carpet cleaners that use the green brush, get a bucket, fill it with maybe a gallon of water, and put a cup of bleach in it, and just drop your brush in the bucket and leave it there for about an hour, and then pull it out. I don't know what it does, but fully cleans it. Here again is the Challenger's version of the Auric driver. Very happy with it so far. I mean, it doesn't look like real expensive quality or anything, the Velcro stapled on, but it certainly serves the purpose. I think if it was priced more around $29.99 instead of $42.50, they'd probably triple their sales at that price. It would be too competitive not to get that instead of the original. There's the 409, and I am using the Glad Pad today. They're kind of hard to clean. You can see it looks a little off gray. Here's the 409. It does pet stains, tracked in dirt, motor oil, grease, coffee, red wine. It really does work. And I sprayed it on my carpet, and I just sprayed it on there and then kind of lightly brushed it in and left it in about a 1x1 square under my main chair and let it just dry. And it actually dries to a kind of a solid, like a polymer, like the stain block. So I'm going to agitate what I put down and then probably give it another good dose of the 409. And I don't think the stains are going to completely come out. It's going to be kind of, they were worse than that one that was in the living room. And here's where you got to kind of press gently with your foot. You don't want to damage your machine. But the plug also was a bad plug. I'll have to find one. Sometimes these houses, you have these loose plugs, or they're not fully drawing 15 amps out of them. They might be pulling 6 amps. You never know, but I could tell by the machine. Here, this one's not even, there's no power to it. So, kind of a pain in the butt when that happens, but eventually I will find a cord or a plug outlet. Excuse me. There's a GFI. So that should be a 20 amp. So plenty of power there. All right. And I believe I have to see if it's still going to be wobbly here. And it is breaking that down pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go over the complete, excuse me, I'm going to go over the complete closet. This is a tiny closet to be leaving your dog into. I don't know how big the dog is, but anyway. Okay, I'm going to catch up with you a little bit later in the video. Okay, I'm gonna try one more dose on those spots. And sometimes that stuff is down below, which I'm not steam cleaning it, so I'm not bringing up any wick back or any urine that's under there, but it could be just at the backside of the pad or the backside of the carpet. Because as I go across it, it looks like I get it all, and then after a minute or two, I can see the stains reappear. So let me go ahead and give it a good dose of the cleaner. We'll see what I can come up with here. And this is a good lesson, too, for new carpet cleaners or guys and girls that get in the business. You can't guarantee all spots and stains. You can go back through my videos and find where I show you my work order that I use and what particular writing I put at the bottom where they sign. It clearly states that they understand, previous, whatever was previously done to the carpet, natural wear, and things like that prevent me from guaranteeing that the stain could be removed. In fact, when I put the peroxide on it when I first got here, it kind of bubbled up, so I'm sure they used Resolve on it. And if you leave Resolve without sucking it out of there, it's not neutral like this 409, and it doesn't dry to a polymer. So what will happen is it will dry as a residue, and that high alkaline will cause a browning or a brownout. And when it's mixed with that urine, the salts and fats that are in urine actually can convert to a protein, which is kind of hard to explain, and cause permanent staining, permanent browning. It's just no more attempting to get it out. It changes the pigment of the natural dyes and leaves it that dark brown. And I think that's what's happening here, but we'll go over it with the Glad Pad. I am digging I'm gonna actually spray it with the Odor Death. This is the stabilized ClO2. Best stuff ever, I'm telling you. I'm just spraying it on there straight in a spray bottle. Kind of expensive to do that. You should dilute it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a cleaner as well to see if it will remove the urine. If the peroxide won't do it and the 409 won't do it, then the last hope I have is the ClO2. I've seen that stuff pull out some amazing pet urine stains, so we'll have a look. Man, I got to pat myself on the back for doing such a fantastic job. It's nice to come back a couple days later and look over your work, and unlike using the steam cleaner, I worry about coming back and there's browning and wick back. Nothing. Carpet looks just like it looked when I left. So this will deodorize it. Even just a small mist like this, if you don't dilute it. That's what I did in the family room and then the other living room, dining room when I was here a few days ago. I just went through and just misted it with the ClO2. And I mean, you can't believe the difference. The smell's gone. And then here I'm going to spray it directly onto the browning, where the pee was, these pee stains. And this one here is the toughest one. I don't know why, but we'll see. I'll go back over it with the backside of the Glad Pad. I think they call them Glad Pad. They're Gladiator pads. They're available at the ncapstore.com. I'm kind of digging them because they're almost like the Challenger pad, the cotton pad. They're pretty thick, and it kind of turns your Oreck with the Challenger drive and a pad like that into a mini Challenger, as my friend Travis Hayes would say. He went ahead, he bought a brand new Oreck, and he's going to use his other one as a backup with the green brush. He bought 2 of the Challenger drives and I guess a bunch of Challenger pads. He's been sending me a few pictures of some awesome work. And his is, that's what he calls it, a mini Challenger. But yeah, we're all getting sick of lugging these big machines. He has a Challenger, he has a 175, he has all kinds of machines. So we're all coming to the point to where as long as you can get the results you want with a 30-pound machine, go for it. I'll let this spin as much out. I guess it's lightening up a little bit. It always looks darker on the camera, through the camera. So I imagine when that dries, it'll lighten up even more. I'll spray it again before I leave with a little more 20 volume peroxide. I'll spray this whole entry. And if they're absolutely worried about it, I can always cut out that section. I saw some extra carpet in the closet, or not in the closet, in the garage. I don't know what kind of condition it's in, but I could cut probably straight across and just seam that in. When I do repairs, I have all the equipment in my shed, but where I used to install carpet, but I don't really mess with it anymore. If I do a quick cut and plug repair, I just use the seamless tape. It's real sticky and tacky. And if I have to, I'll shoot it with my hot glue gun. And I've never had a return. So there you go. Not too bad. I'm going to give it one more shot. Got to get this seated on there correctly. Gently push. I'm not damaging the machine. Okay, and actually I think I may have pieced this video together improperly. I think this was before the rest of the video. This was the first. Yeah, actually it was right after I brushed. I used the green brush, and then this was the first side of the Glad pad, so I apologize for that, but it all worked out the same in the end. So I went over the whole closet this way, and then I came back and did the steps that you saw prior to this. And they had some kind of a pewter, I forget what she said, little pewter statues or something that had little legs that the material, whatever it was, pewter, caused a green stain to appear, like a lime stain or something on the carpet in this corner and the other corner, but they do lighten up. Okay, I'm gonna let you watch this, and I'll catch up to you further along in the video. Okay. Lower this handle. You can see this was the first side. And boy, they do grip to that Velcro, so I'm hoping that Velcro's better grade than what I've used before. And there you go. The Gladiator pad, the green brush, the 409 carpet and upholstery cleaner, foam, dry foam cleaner, the Challenger drive pad, and the Auric Orbiter. Outstanding work. And these little spots, I'm going to treat them with some peroxide. And that's the best I got when I left. Appreciate you guys joining me for another episode. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And I look forward to seeing you in my next episode.